Hey, it's Jerry, and I was just wondering, do you have a special friend that you would like to just take a small little arrangement to, just to show them how much you appreciate them? It doesn't really have to be anything special. As a matter of fact, I took this nice little bouquet here, and all I did was go out into my garden and cut these roses out of my garden, put a little bit of foliage in there, and then I'm going to take this and give this to one of my neighbors. Now, one thing that you want to do to really dress up something like a nice little vase arrangement is we always want to put a bow on it. And this series is teaching you how to make different types of bows. So I thought, well, you certainly need to know how to make a simple bow to put on a vase arrangement. So let's go ahead and get started with this, and I'm going to show you very quickly and very easily so that you too can start making arrangements and putting your own bows on there. So let's get started. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is we just pull off about a yard or two of ribbon. And the first thing we want to make sure we do is, now this is some really nice satin wired ribbon. I really like to use wired ribbon. I don't always get the opportunity to do that, but wired ribbon is always really nice. And you can tell that we have a front and the back. Obviously the polka dots are on the front, and on the back there's nothing. So we want to make sure we always keep the polka dots pointing outward when we make the bow. And in order to do that, what we're going to do is we're going to twist the bow on many different occasions. So just watch closely what I do and you'll understand why. So the first thing we want to do is we want to leave about 4 inches. You want to gather the bow right here and just twist it. That's all you're doing so far. So you'll see right now you have this part of the polka dots, the top part of the bow is pointing up, and this part is pointing down. So twist it back around again, and now you've got the ribbon to the top and the top there. Both of the polka dots are pointing upward, and so we're going to make our first loop. So if you watch here, see if I can get that where you can see it. All we're going to do is we're going to make it, just start squishing it together, like if that's a word. Just gather it up, push it together here, and then we're going to take that and we're going to twist it. Okay, so what you'll notice is that we have the polka dots on the top now and the top here. So the top on this side and the top on that side, both are polka dots. So now, here's one thing you want to remember. You don't want a really big bow that's going to overpower your vase. So your bow, the size of your bow, is going to be according to the size of your vase. And this vase size, I would say, is probably going to be at the widest point, about 3.5 inches wide. So we don't want our bow to be even that wide. So we're going to start off with a really small little loop here. And we're going to twist it one time. And now you'll see that it looks like that. Then we bring it back again and we twist it again. So now we have 2 loops, here and this in the center. We're going to go again and make a very small loop again. This loop just a little longer than the first loop. And you see how my fingers are here? Try to do this in slow motion so you can see it. And all we're going to do is we're going to twist it again. So you see how this has started to gather here? That makes it easy to be able to tie this off. And then we're going to do one more small little loop, twist it again. So now you see, if my fingers will do that, we have 2 on each side, 1 coming up the middle. And I'm just going to do one more. I probably normally wouldn't do this, but I just want to do it for demonstration purposes, just to show you. Twist it again, and then twist it one more time. So you got that? Does that make sense to you? So you see the ribbons coming off here, the ribbons coming off here, the polka dots are on the top, on all the loops, and on this. So now what we want to do, we just want to cut that at a nice angle. And we'll cut this one at a nice angle. Okay, now we want to pull some ribbon here, enough that's going to be able to wrap around this bow, and we're going to cut this at an angle also. And then we want to pull this ribbon, just kind of once again squinch it up and put it right down under your thumb there, so like that. Okay, so we want to have it even on both sides. So that's about right. So you get it like that. So you see what I just did? I just let my thumb go because now I have it holding with that. And then we're just going to tie that off. And here's where you get to use your teeth, hold it, and pull that like that. So now you have your bow. Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to take and find out where do we think is the front of the vase. To me, there's always a front side of the vase. I don't know why one side just looks more complete than another. And I don't even know that I designed a particular front on this one, but I'm going to say this is the front here. Okay? So we're going to take our ribbon, once again making sure that the polka dots are pointing outward. And we're going to come right up under here. And we're just going to tie that off. We're going to come back here. Now, just cut it very short back there. And once again, there are so many different ways that you could do this. I'm sure there's other people that have other ideas. We could have also brought it back around and tied it in the front, which I thought about doing. And now, as you can see, you're going, well, Jerry, the bow is turned vertical. Well, you're right. So now what we need to do is we need to turn the bow to its side. And just start fluffing it out. And there you go. You have a nice little bow there that really makes, hold on one moment, I want to really show you this. If you take this ribbon and work it with your fingers, you can make that kind of curl, and that's the beauty of having the wire in there. But really make sure that your loops are fluffed out here. And there you go, a nice, gorgeous little bow, which really adds a perfect touch to a sweet little vase of roses that you're going to go and take and give to a neighbor, your best friend, your wife. Who knows? Who cares? The bottom line is you just made something really special for someone, and you're going to make their day. It's really that easy. I'm Jerry, and I'll see you in the next video.